आपादमणिपर्यन्तां गुरूणामाकृतिं स्मरेत् तेन विघ्नाः प्रणश्यन्ति सिद्ध्यन्ति च मनोरथः लक्ष्मीं तनोतु नितरामितरानपेक्षमङ्गलद्वयं निगमशाखिशिखा प्रवालं हैरम्बमङ्गुरहडम्बरचौर्यनिग्रहं विघ्नाद्रिभेदशतधारधुरन्धरम् सर्वेषां स्वागतं वेलकम टू दी Vyakhya session. So we had ended with Brahma's opinion about Harinam Smarane. There are a few more, one more opinion. This is from Rishi Agastya. And the second one has been continued over here, but that is also another opinion. So we will have a look at that. Here it is Agastya Vacha. Smaranadev Krishnasya Papasanghatapанजरम् शतधा भेदमायाति गिरिर्वज्रहतो यथा स्मरणादेव कृष्णस्य पापसङ्घातपञ्जरम् शतधा भेदमायाति गिरिर्वज्रहतो यथा. So Agastya Maharshi is expressing his opinion over here, and he is saying that smaranat eva, just by remembering him, just by remembering his name, smaranat eva krishnasya smaranat eva papa sanghata panjaram. So this, the imagination or the metaphor that they have drawn is that this physical existence is what is binding the soul, as we have clearly learned that whatever the papas, etc., doshas that we find for the manifested forms, they are purely the result of the body, not for the soul. So there, the soul is nishkalmasha. It will not get any kind of uh, dosha. It is not touched by sin. But unfortunately, we do not separate, we don't know how to separate the physical and the spiritual self, the consciousness. Therefore, what happens is we, whatever is the karma phala, that karma phala is to the body, is to the physical self. But because we are not able to, or we never try to separate our causal body from the that of stula and sukshma shariras, what happens is we also tend to suffer. This is also another interpretation why many texts mention that karma phalas or the papas can be completely absolved, because we are focusing on the separation of the causal body from the physically manifested body. So once the separation has, or the intention has been drawn, that sankalpa has been taken that we are going to focus on that, then what happens is we are not going to suffer from what the body is going to feel, because the body is what feels the emotions. So we know that when the siddhi has to happen, sadhana chatushtaya also says that initiation itself must start with shama dama, the different, let's say, shat different attributes that we have, tikshatva, shama dama, etc., that we need. So that is required just for initiation. So when the siddhi happens, siddhi we are talking about here, getting his or earning his attention, his kripa kataksha. At that point of time, obviously this doesn't affect us at all. So here the comparison is that of a cage. Sharira has become the cage for our Sharira, as in the stula and sukshma shariras have become the cage for the Karana Sharira. Therefore, just by smaranat eva krishnasya smaranat eva papa sanghata panjaram, that panjara that is binding us to the papas, that is giving us the association of papas, it is going to go away. How? The comparison is Shatadha Bhedam Ayati Girir Vajrahato Yatha. Shatadha is the reference to Vajrayudha, which has Shatadharas, 100 sharp edges. So there is a story where Indra cut the. There was a story where the Parvatas gained wings. They started flying. So Girir, he cut the wings of these mountains. So that the reference has been taken like that, like the Vajrayuda of Indra, which destroyed the wings of the mountains. Like that, Krishna's name has the power to break the Panjara, which is associating us, which is keeping us with the Papa. Like that. The next shloka is again from Agastya Maharshi only, and here there is a change in Chandas. So a little change. कृष्णे रताः कृष्णमनुस्मरन्तः तद्भावितास्तद्गतमानसाश्च ये भिन्नदेहाः प्रविशन्ति विष्णुम् हविर्यथा मन्त्रहुतं हुताशे कृष्णे रताः कृष्णमनुस्मरन्तः तद्भावितास्तद्गत मानसाश्च ते भिन्नदेहाः प्रविशन्ति विष्णुम् हविर्यथा मन्त्रहुतं हुताशे. So here the reference that Maharshi is drawing is that Krishna is a tattva, not just one person. So it is a thought. So those souls who are completely, balanced of nature. We've seen the Gunatraya Vibhaga Yoga. We've seen how tamasic people also, there has been a mention over this. Sattvika gunas bring about the thought of Krishna. This is how, like how when there is Rajasika Tattva, there is too much focus on movement, too much focus on eating food that is very tikshna, spicy, ruksha, dry. So like that, it is people with sattva state, that is not by birth, the one who have attained it, one who keep those. Sattva is nothing but the state of balanced rajas and tamas. So the one who balance these two, they automatically get into thought of Krishna. So those souls, they are always interested in Krishna, and they are able to constantly cultivate or habituate Krishna consciousness. So they constantly remember Krishna, and they, because they try to understand what the tattva, what the thought of Krishna is. They do aradhana of Krishna, and such souls, they even when they lose their bodies, those bodies are like Havis. Havis is the offering that we do in Havan. So they are not of waste. They don't go to waste. So when we do Havan, when we do that, when we give the Havis, when we offer, uh, you know, coconut, we offer some samit, then we offer ghee, then we offer different vastra, etc., etc. All those things, these are not of waste. They don't go to waste. In the yajna, to reach Vishnu, giving up the body is like offering, giving the offering to Agni Deva in that particular yajna. So in that whole process of reaching out to Vishnu, reaching out to Narayana, giving up one's own body is a process where we are offering the body or the physical self as an offering to the Lord. So it is like that. I think there are many such instances where, like when we see Shri and different, we have examples where to Parameshwara, mm, one tribal archer, Kannappa, he gives his eyes, and we see similar things in many Puranas also. Daityas try to do that again, but here that is not what we are saying. They are doing it as a penance. Here, the ultimate goal, they are doing it with the goal to attain something. They are not Shri Kalhasi, that is a different, the Daityas. When they do it with the intention of pleasing. That will ultimately have a different result. But with bhakti, a person who is able to give up, the perfect example for this is Mirabai. So with her bhakti, she understands that the food is poisoned, and then she, when she consumes it, she is happy because she knows that when this body is given up, it is only then that she will meet Krishna. Because Atma will is not going to be caged in the physical manifestation, so it is going to be free. It is obviously going to go to its parent. Brahma is the parent. Brahman, Atma is just a derivative of that. So it will go back to him. So that understanding will always be there. So the comparison of Dehatyaga here is with respect to the offerings that we do to Parabrahman through mantras, through Havis. It is like that. So they may seem, whatever we offer, they may seem to get burnt. But the tattva, the essence of them will all come together, and it has already contributed to the cause. That is the reason of conducting the havan. Like that, it may seem that we are leaving our body, but it has contributed towards the soul reuniting with its cause. That is the meaningfulness. Then, साहानिस्तन्महच्छिद्रम् सा चान्धजडमूकता यन्मुहूर्तं क्षणौ वापि वासुदेवो न चिन्त्यते साहानिस्तन्महच्छिद्रम् सा चान्धजडमूकता यन्मुहूर्तं क्षणौ वापि Vasudevo na chintyate. So it is a big mistake and a big loss for a human if he does not remember Vasudeva even for a muhurta, for a second. So whatever the human manifestations have taken place, and we have given rise to different kinds of shastras, logic, etc., etc. So in everything, if we do not include Vasudeva, or if we forget him, or if we believe that, okay, I have done something. No, it is always Vasudeva Arpanamastu. So he is the Karaka, he is the Karaita. He is the one who is giving the prerana to do for us to do something. So therefore, it is a big mistake. A muhurta is actually said to be a very good time to start something. But despite having a good muhurta, if you do not remember Vasudeva, then that is a very big mistake. And it is such a mistake that is equivalent to blindness. Cha andha jada mukata. It is, andha is blindness. Jada is associated with tamasic nature. Jada is being lazy, keeping quiet instead of reading his stories. That is, they have given an example. And then mukata, that is not dumbness. So they've given examples where not remembering him during any good muhurta also will make that good muhurta, will make that nishphala. There is no point of doing it in a good muhurta because his name has not been chanted. He has not been remembered. In the same way, it is what else they are saying? If we are not reading the Shastras, then it is equivalent to blindness. Because there is no point of all these videos or whatever it may be if it doesn't inspire us to know more about our Shastras, especially about Vaishnava, since we are talking about it. So, if we do not read the Shastras, then that is blindness. If we do not try to understand about Krishna Tattva, understanding who is Vasudeva Krishna, why he is such a huge influence, because speaking very practically, we are talking about a person, he is our ancestor. We are talking about a person who was born in Vrindavan, and then actually no, he was born in Mathura, then went to Vrindavan, and then we will find him. He comes back to Mathura, kills comes, then goes to Dwarka. He has never traveled down south. As far as I remember, I never heard any reference. Nonetheless, even in the farthest end of India, we will find Krishna is Aradhya. We will find reference to his worship. We will find it is not a question of, okay, so after such a long time, maybe this news has spread. No, we will find as old as he is, such records will be find of his worship. Even the temples that we find in southern part of India, they are not new. They are very old. Like Udupi Shri Krishna is said to have come to Srimad Ananda Tirtha wrapped in Gopi Chandana when he was bathing. And it is said that that Murti is as a Golla, as a Gopala, that is, it was worshipped in Dwarka by Rukmini Devi. So that was, it came floating. When Acharya was bathing in the river, he found that particular murti, and then he brought it to Udupi Mutt and then Krishnapur Mutt, and then he did sthapna of that. If you go to Guruvayur, again, Guruvayur is also very old. Like this, we will find the mention, we will find the puja, worship of Krishna, which is older than thousands of years, which means that there is an acceptance of Krishna as Paramatma, not just in one part. It is not restricted. He had that effect on the whole Bharatavarsha, as we call it today, but we don't know how expansive his aura is. So, to understand that, it is important to know Bhagavata. It is important to understand who is he. Not reading about him is like it is that is the definition of laziness. Not chanting his name, not Vishnu Sahasranama. No, it's such a simple measure. Not chanting it, not chanting his name. That is equivalent to dumbness. Dumbness means you cannot speak. So that is what Maharshi Agastya is trying to bring out over here. So three shlokas are profound conclusions that Maharshi has given. So, Smaranad eva Krishnasya papa sanghata panjaram shatadha bhedamayati girirvajrahato yatha कृष्णे रताः कृष्णमनुस्मरन्तः तद्भाविताः तद्गतमानसाश्च ते भिन्नदेहाः प्रविशन्ति विष्णुं हविर्यथा मन्त्रहुतं हुताशे साहानिस्तन्महच्छिद्रं सा चान्धजडमूकताम् यन्मुहूर्तं क्षणौ वापि वासुदेवो न चिन्त्यते. So this is the shlokas by Agastya Maharshi, and we continue with his opinion on it till the end of this topic. स्वस्ति प्रजाभ्यः प्रतिपालयन्तां न्यायेन मार्गेण महीं महिषा. ओ ब्राह्मणेभ्यो शुभमस्तु नित्यं लोकाः समस्ताः सुखिनो भवन्तु. कायेन वाचा मनसेन्द्रियैर्वा बुद्ध्यात्मना वा प्रकृते स्वभावात् करोमि यद्यत् सकलं परस्मै नारायणायेति समर्पयामि.